First time going to the Statue of Liberty in New York on the 4th of July. It's really an amazing time to come here to Israel's greatest ally during this time. Guys, we're just about to pass a really cool and important location. This is the World Trade Center #1 building, and this is the building that the United States of America built just after the September 11 twin terrorist attack took place right here when Osama bin Laden and Al-Qaeda, remember these guys? When they launched a terrorist attack and crashed 2 planes into the Twin Towers here in New York. I think this is the 7th tallest building in the world. And guys, it's important to remember that Osama bin Laden, the Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, Hamas, the Islamic Revolutionary Guards Corps, ISIS, they are the same terrorist organizations that have very similar ideologies, spreading radical Islam to the West and not living peacefully with the Jewish people, with Americans. And this is the reason why Israel and the United States need to fight together against this common enemy of both of our countries. This new building proves that no matter how much they try to destroy us, we will rebuild stronger, better, and taller. Approaching the Statue of Liberty, I'm here at that location, kind of like the Titanic movie. First time I see it, super cool. I'm Yair Pinto, and this is My State, a program about current events, my belief in God, and my journey in the Holy Land. And today, I'm coming to you from Columbia University in Manhattan, New York City, one of the most respected academic institutions in the United States of America, a country whose constitution was built on liberty, truth, and justice. But even here, the truth has been hijacked. This campus has become a stomping ground for anti-Semitism, a megaphone for pro-terror rallies echoing the same hate we saw in Europe before the Holocaust. But we will not be silenced. Today, we're diving deep into the lies, the agenda, and how we fight back with truth, with courage, and the unwavering belief that good will overcome evil. But before we do, please like, share, and subscribe, and be part of the real truth, following it and spreading it. Let's kick off with current events. From deep underground, Iran's so-called supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, told the world, "I congratulate the great Iranian nation on the victory over the fake Zionist regime." Victory? After his country was left in ruins and his nuclear program completely shattered, and the world saw the true face of his regime. So even President Donald Trump couldn't stay silent. He wrote, "Why would the so-called supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, of the war-torn country of Iran, say so blatantly and foolishly that he won the war with Israel when he knows that his statement is a complete lie?" That's where we are today, in a world where truth is under attack, where lies go viral and facts get silenced, where the difference between good and evil is blurred by propaganda. In Israel, we've been saying this for years now. The West often doesn't understand the mindset of Islamic extremist regimes. These leaders don't just lie to the world, they lie to their own people to stay in power. Declaring victory over Israel is not just propaganda, it's a strategy to control a nation of nearly 100 million people, many of whom have no access to real news or outside voices. For regimes like Iran, this is about domination, not about truth. Like their proxies Hezbollah and Hamas, they are part of a death cult that would rather lie and die than accept defeat with honor. a war zone in the Gaza Strip being under fire by Hamas terrorists. You don't have time to sit and drink your coffee and wake up in the morning and get ready for the day and prepare. So sometimes I woke up at 2 in the morning after an hour and a half of sleep, and you need to wake up immediately and do your job and do it to perfection or people die.
You literally have your life on the line. You don't know what corner you turn and somebody's got a gun pointed at you.
So in order to wake up, I just took a Vinia pill, and I really felt the energy levels go up faster. The clarity of mind that doesn't usually happen immediately when you wake up in the morning.
Right.
And I don't remember taking much stuff with me into the Gaza Strip. I had my sleeping bag, a flashlight, and the Vinia bottle. So that's what I had with me.
You're a young person. You're very healthy, but you still think that Vinia was helpful to get you to even a higher level of performance?
It's helping me to exceed my normal abilities. So let's say, I'm at 100%, and that puts me at 120. With raising 3 kids, you need to be sharp and make the right decisions.
Raising 3 kids may be equal to combat.
A lot harder, a lot harder. Listen, I'm still taking Vinia every day because I want to be there with my kids when they grow old. I want to be able to dance at their wedding and carry my kids and my grandkids for years to come. And this is the time to start, when you're young. Now, let's take a closer look at Iran's so-called supreme leader, Ali Khamenei, and his so-called victory speech. And according to the assessment of a leading body language expert, what we saw was not strength, but fear, sadness, and deep internal conflict. Khamenei now appears a leader choked in shame, desperate to project strength while everything around him is crumbling. And that brings me back to where I'm walking right now, to Columbia University. Khamenei and his regime may be falling apart, but the damage that they've done to the world through lies, manipulation, and decades of propaganda is real. It's poisoned minds, it's cost lives, and right here behind me is proof of that damage. This is supposed to be one of America's top universities, a place built on truth, on freedom, and critical thinking. But today, it's become a stomping ground for anti-Semitism and pro-terrorist rallies. It's heartbreaking to say, but this campus and many others across the United States of America and Europe now feel like the streets of pre-Holocaust Germany. And I didn't say that lightly. After Hamas's brutal October 7 massacre, when over 1,000 Israelis were slaughtered in cold blood, what happened on American campuses? Jewish students weren't protected. They were blamed. They were threatened, shouted at, assaulted. And at Columbia alone, students were harassed, swastikas painted the buildings, a pro-Israel student attacked with a stick. And in the name of what? Free Palestine? We're not talking about a peaceful protest here. We're talking about crowds chanting, "Globalize the Intifada," waving Hamas flags and justifying murder. In Seattle, protesters sold T-shirts celebrating the October 7 massacre. And on campuses, professors and students glorified Hamas, while Jewish kids were told to stay at home, or worse, hide their identity. In just one semester, Columbia had to suspend both SGP and other radical groups after they crossed every red line. And Columbia is just one example. This wave hit campuses from coast to coast, Europe as well. This isn't just a student issue, it's a national crisis. And it's part of a dangerous trend, an unholy alliance between Islamic extremists and the Western radical left. Sounds strange, right? It is. But it's real. Groups that would normally never see eye to eye are united by one thing: their hatred for Israel and for Jews. They've taken over the language of social justice, weaponized it, and built a movement that makes terrorists look like victims and Jews look like colonizers. Let's be clear, this whole idea that Jews are colonizers in Israel, it's a lie. We are indigenous to the land of Israel. It's where we come from. It's our only homeland. You can't colonize your own birthright. But propaganda works when you repeat a lie long enough, and that's what we've been seeing all around the world. These activists hijack a narrative, and now millions of young people believe it. And this goes beyond just signs and slogans. On the streets of Europe and America, Jews are being attacked in broad daylight. In France, a synagogue was set on fire. In Germany, Molotov cocktails thrown. In Washington, D.C., the Israeli embassy was shot at. Here in the United States, anti-Semitic incidents more than doubled in 2023, hitting record highs, and it hasn't slowed down. So, how did we get here? A big part of the answer is education, or rather, indoctrination. So university campuses have been hijacked by radical ideology. Professors spew anti-Israel hate. Administrators stay silent or even cheer it on. The result is a generation raised to believe that Hamas are the freedom fighters and Jews are the enemy. This is the single biggest threat to democracy. When you hijack young minds, you can hijack an entire country. These students are tomorrow's lawmakers, journalists, CEOs. What they believe now shapes the future of the West. We're already seeing it happen. Look at New York. The Democratic primary for mayor was just won by a politician who supports BDS, the boycott, divestment, and sanctions movement that wants to choke Israel economically and isolate it globally. This guy, Zohran Mamdani, says that he doesn't believe that Israel should exist as a Jewish state. He's literally said he would arrest Israel's Prime Minister, Benjamin Netanyahu, for war crimes if he came to the United States. This is New York, home to the biggest Jewish community in the world outside of Israel. If you think this is just about protests on campus, think again and remember, the BDS movement isn't about peace, it's about erasing Israel. They want to cut Israel out of the world, destroy its economy, and label it an apartheid state. It's not justice, that's economic warfare and anti-Semitic discrimination wrapped in woke bow. So, yes, Khamenei's regime may be collapsing. His bunker speech was a joke. His body said fear, while his mouth said victory. He's desperate, but the lies that he's helped spread, they've planted seeds everywhere. But here's the good news. The truth is still louder and stronger, and it's on our side. Israel is not alone. The Jewish people are not alone, and we're not going anywhere. To the radical ideologies, your lies will not win. To the students watching this and feeling scared, stand tall, speak up. Truth and courage are contagious. And to our friends around the world, to the United States, our greatest ally, we are so grateful. This partnership, this alliance between freedom, loving people, it matters now more than ever. Together, we will push back the darkness. We will tell the truth, and we will make sure that good prevails. So, let's be clear. This is the fight for our future, not just for Israel, for democracy, for truth, for everything we believe in. And it starts right here, right now. So guys, if you want to be part, like, share, and subscribe.
Hello, this is Mati here in Jerusalem with TBN Israel.
This is Yair Pinto from TBN Israel here in Jerusalem. TBN Israel is keeping viewers informed with Israel-focused news, culture, and what God is doing in this land.
Support TBN Israel today online at tbn.org/Israel. Thank you.